Hey guys, Man1954 here. That's a weird name for me to say. I've been saying it for 11 years, I guess. 11? What? Anyways, just sitting here watching Godzilla Raids again, so yeah. Look, all I'm saying is that this video better come out on time on my actual channel's anniversary because what the heck? My 101,954 subscriber special just came out and oh my goodness. Basically, it took so long to edit that this one might not even come out on time. Are you kidding me? We have made it, you guys. I don't know how, but this channel is 11 years old. It's finally gotten to the point where looking back at the very beginning days of this channel feels like it was a long time ago, and that's crazy. It's a weird feeling to finally be at the point where it's like, I look back at the channel and I can see how much time has passed, whereas I remember for the longest time, it felt like, I just started this thing yesterday. I just started making these videos yesterday. Although I will say, oh my god, it feels like it was just yesterday that I was doing 10 years later. This last year has been the single fastest year of my entire life. It has zoomed by. I cannot believe it's over. It's just crazy to me. What the heck, man? This is like a channel's birthday, and for my real birthday, I was saying the same thing. I'm like, I cannot believe that it's already whizzed past. How is it over? Truly a strange situation. Like, I can't wrap my head around it. But thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for being with me for 11 years of Man1954. I cannot wait to see what we do next. This is the shortest my hair's ever been in one of these videos. I think it might be. Also, what do we think of the braid? It looks a little rat-taily, currently with the hair length, so maybe not gonna rock the braid in the future, but man, it was just getting so tangled. I had no other choice. Also, this thing fell off because the tape died, so rest in peace this thing this year, but at least it makes a cameo here, as does the song. As does Godzilla Raids again. It's all back, all classic. You thought that last year was the end of an era? Nothing ever ends. I never move on from the past. That's why I still live in the King of the Monsters days. No, it's just because I really love King of the Monsters. Thank you guys so much for being here for the past 11 years. This past year has been a really interesting one. This was my second year as a full-time YouTuber, second year doing it full-time. Also the first year I was working professionally in the film industry at the same time as doing YouTube, which was really bizarre. It's been the reason that there's been some like ups and down periods in terms of uploads on the channel. Like back in August through November last year, I was working very consistently in the commercial world. That kind of disappeared, unfortunately, and I've been really struggling to find new opportunities since. I got some earlier in this year. I've gotten some the past couple of weeks, which is why I've been gone since the start of August, but now I'm back, and I'm also back to making my own stuff, which feels really nice. Beyond just these YouTube videos, which is something I'll talk about towards the end here. As per usual, I'm going to do my yearly analytics recap. Oh, hey, by the way, D-Man from next year, this is something interesting. Originally, when I started this channel, I was on week 3 of school. Godzilla 1954 was the first half week of school. Godzilla King of the Monsters was the second week. And then Godzilla Raids Again, which is where I picked up in my first video, watching Godzilla Raids Again for my own personal Godzilla-thon. Every year I do a Godzilla-thon during the school year, and here's the thing, every year it just seems to become earlier and earlier. Like, by the time I finished up high school, I was on King Kong vs. Godzilla consistently. By the time I was in college, the last year I was in college, I was about to start Mothra vs. Godzilla. I was on the last Sunday of King Kong vs. Godzilla. Nowadays, I'm going off of my little brother's school calendar, and that poor guy started school a whole week earlier. I am on Mothra vs. Godzilla's week, finishing it up. That's crazy. Anyways, yearly analytics recap. I posted 247 videos this year. Not bad, given that I went through major periods of disappearing, such as in December when I was on a roll. That's another weird thing where it feels like every time I've gotten my momentum rolling on the channel this year, something comes up, whether it's a film job or a commercial that takes more time than I thought it was gonna, or my channel getting hacked, like in December, where I was kind of offline for about a month afterward. Not technically, but I was gone for a while, and it's kind of happened to me again here. So 247 uploads, I don't think that's bad at all. That's actually pretty much around the normal pace of uploads uploads that I've done on this channel, although I annihilated the shorts with 229 shorts. I know recently it's kind of felt like my channel's turned into a shorts channel, and that's not what I want. I don't want that. So I'm really trying to prioritize long form videos going into this next year. I've done 17 live streams, a big improvement from the past couple years. Like last year, I only did 8 live streams. So 17 feels like a pretty big bonus, and that's mostly because of Fortnite. The Godzilla Fortnite collab was just so much fun. That brings us to 493 uploads total, which is technically speaking the most I've ever uploaded in a single year. It completely annihilates my previous record of 380 from last year, which combined all 3 formats as well. On average, I was posting 1 video every 1.5 days this year, with 4.75 videos a week. On average, there was 1.35 uploads per day, including shorts and live streams. Insanity. And again, I'm kind of hoping to draw back on shorts moving into this next year and focus pretty much on long form content again, which is where I like to be. Through all of this, the channel got 4.2 million views, but only 2 million of those came from videos, which is what I'm going to take a look at for next year. See if I can bump that number up at all. This is crazy. These numbers are always so hard to wrap my head around, but 179.2 thousand hours of watch time this year. Thank you guys so much. This is also a lot of fun. The channel gained 7.3 thousand subscribers this year, bringing us to a grand total of 105,295 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Of course, I did just release my 101,954 subscriber special, kicking off the 100K era officially, and finally unboxing my 100,000 subscriber play button. Thank you guys so much. That was the last video of the year for the D-Man calendar, which is the only calendar that matters. 5 out of my 10 best performing videos for the year were posted this year, and the other 5 out of the 10 best performing videos were shorts also posted this year, so I don't think those totally count. And then of course the biggest milestone of all, yeah, my channel did completely get hacked and completely taken away from me for just the briefest moment in December, and that was awful. That was the worst thing ever, and I hated it, and that was miserable. This year has been a year of change, sort of. Next year, I think hopefully will be a bit more of a noticeable change, as I'm ready for bigger steps and strides on this channel and beyond. But this year, I kicked off some of my favorite things ever. Godzilla Ground Zero, my favorite series I've ever done, where I travel to real-life Godzilla locations to show how they look in real life compared to the films, how they look over time. I love that series. The first episode, we go to Tokyo, we take a look at all sorts of Godzilla locations. The second episode to San Francisco to track the final battle of Godzilla 2014. And I have 2 more recorded. I have one kind of recorded because it's part of that San Francisco trip, but it'll be for Monarch Legacy of Monsters. And then I have 1 more that I'm excited about, so hopefully those will be out by the time I do one of these next year. Also, Godzilla 1954 piano covers. I am becoming the first person on the internet to cover every single song in Godzilla 1954 on the piano, at least that I'm aware of. Maybe somebody else has, but I believe I'm the first one. At the very least, I think I'm the first American to do it. I am 1 song away from completing the entire soundtrack of Akira Ifukube's Godzilla. That's awesome. Also, Godzillathon relaunched and is continuing with only 1 last episode left to air as well for Godzilla Kong the New Empire before I'm totally caught up. And then finally, I started those deep dive Godzilla 2014 lore breakdowns that I really enjoy doing and cannot wait to get back to. As far as my favorite videos for the year, because I've started to like to recap some of these things, my favorite video posted in the year was obviously Godzilla Ground Zero Episode 1. I mean, that just can't be topped. That's my favorite video I've ever made on the entire channel. I love that video so much. Next would be a very obvious second choice of Godzilla Ground Zero Episode 2. I love the Godzilla Ground Zero series. I hope you guys continue to support that so that I can continue to make more. That's the type of content I want to be making on this channel. Next up, another one that really throws up the style of the types of videos I make on here. The best Godzilla game ever? Godzilla Kaiju Wars VR review from Raw Thrills. I really loved making that video. I had a blast playing the game. I really enjoyed it. I loved the feedback on that one. And that video actually got seen by a bunch of the production team over at Raw Thrills, who sent me a gift, which I show off in that last video as well. I loved making that one. I would love to do more like that. Like, I've recorded some with the Godzilla pinball machine as well that I would love to post at some point. Next up, Sanda and Gaira versus Mechanicon, a Shinji Nishikawa commission, which was a birthday gift for my dad, and I think it turned out fantastic. It's truly amazing. I really liked my recent video, A Brief History of Kiryu, Mechagodzilla 2003, the Godzilla Tokyo SOS screen use suit up close video. I liked the more documentary styled format of that, although my B-roll wasn't the greatest in that video. I liked getting up close and personal with the suit and going into the history of it. My favorite video essay of the year was how scale made Godzilla the king of the monsters. I think that video turned out fantastic and is very informative. I really like my pitch for Godzilla -2 or Godzilla 0. I really like making pitch videos and that was a lot of fun. And then my final favorite video of the year was a throwback video that I made recently, which is my second most popular video of the year, Shin Godzilla vs. Godzilla -1 trailer, a fan trailer. I really like making fan trailers. I think they're a lot of fun. I really wanted something that threw back to the 2016 style of videos, and I think I nailed it. I think that one is so much fun. It's also cool because while I didn't have a lot of time to commit to that edit, the skill level is leaps and bounds better than where I started, you know, back making the first Godzilla 2014 versus Shin Godzilla video, and I think it came out a lot better than that one did. Also, I gotta give a big shout out to Titanus Charybdis Confirmed, proof Godzilla did not kill Scylla in Godzilla Kong the New Empire, for pushing me over 100,000 subscribers, and for, of course, my first celebration in the 100K era, reviewing Godzilla 1954 Bandai Movie Monster series to celebrate 100,000 subscribers. As for my goals moving into the next year, I'm really excited about getting back into the channel. Obviously, catching back up on news. I'm barely behind at this point, but I do have to catch back up on -1 and, of course, Godzilla Kong Supernova. Hopefully, by this time next year, we will have already seen the trailers for the new Godzilla movie from Toho. Fingers crossed it'll be right around the corner in November in that year. I hope so. Obviously, I want to release those extra Godzilla Ground Zeroes I talked about, finish off my Godzilla 1954 pianos, catch up on Godzillathon, and officially roll out the 100K era in Grand, which is what we've already started. Other goals are pretty small, to finish up the Patreon requests, which I only have 2 left to finish up. And then it's time to try and fulfill some promises I'm gonna make to a very small D-Man. The original D-Man. Potato Head D-Man. In my very first ever vlog on this channel, the first video like this, I said that this channel was supposed to be a home for things like stop motion. And one thing that I've kind of felt a little conflicted about over the past probably year or so is that the first few years of YouTube were so transformative. I learned so much. They were teaching me so much. I was learning so much about filmmaking and about myself and about the creative process and what I enjoy doing and the types of stories I want to tell. And I don't think I've been pushed enough. I don't think I've pushed myself enough over the last year, and I really would like to start taking bigger swings and doing bigger creative things. And so my next goal is kind of a little more off channel, but it's really to pursue filmmaking for myself, not trying to get on other people's sets, but to make my own stuff and to start working on those skills again. Maybe not making stop motion films in particular, but working on things like learning how to make miniatures. I want to start a series on this channel where I learn how to make miniatures and where I learn to make my own Godzilla suit. One of the very first things I ever show off on this channel was a custom made Godzilla suit that I didn't make but was made for me. It's my turn to make one. I want to start off with a Godzilla Guginal, a hand puppet that's really high quality, or the highest quality I can achieve, and I think I'm going to launch that series fairly soon because I'm tired of not pursuing my creative dreams. My dream's to make Godzilla movies someday, so I'm going to start pursuing that as hard as I can, and I hope you guys join me for that journey, and I'll start off with little series like that where I start to learn how to make miniatures and where I start to learn how to make Godzilla hand puppets, and eventually building my own Godzilla suit and beyond. Also, I'm going to launch a Patreon series here as soon as I wrap up on my Patreon requests, so I have no idea when that'll happen, but I want to start to launch a Patreon series where we work towards different series goals. I've got a few series in mind. Most of them are going to be in the style of Godzillathon, but not all of them. First off will be Mothrathon. Mothrathon will take us through all the solo Mothra films. Next up, I'll do some Jurassic Park reviews. I think those movies are fun enough to talk about, and I know the copyright's a little harsh on those, but that's where the Patreon will help out. Then it will be time, finally, for Gamerathon. And then after all that's said and done, the son of Godzillathon, a relaunched, revitalized version of Godzillathon, much more like what Cinemassacre or Up From the Depths does, small, bite-sized, edited reviews with visuals of Godzilla movies, giving my updated thoughts on the movies as of now, because I've had many people asking what my current thoughts on all the Godzilla movies are, as Godzillathon's like getting close to a 10-year-old series now, and my opinion on a lot of those earlier reviews does not hold up. So hopefully I will at least have goals announced for how we can achieve those review series by the time this video rolls around next year. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. I really appreciate you all. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons over on Patreon for all of their support. It's through the support of the patrons on Patreon that I'm able to continue to make videos like this for you. If you want to support the Patreon, you can use the link in the description below where you can get early access to content, access to the Discord community, and more. If that's not your thing, please consider joining joining as a channel member. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you to everybody who has ever liked or commented or watched or subscribed or shown any support to my videos in any capacity over the years. And thank you to you guys who hype up my videos, whatever this new YouTube hype point system is that's on mobile. I really appreciate you guys hyping up my videos as well. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next time for the next one. D-Man out.